Good evening. I'm Don Foster with Redress South Bend. Welcome to tonight's special report on the recent actions of the South Bend Redevelopment Commission. In our last segment, we examined South Bend's $417 million budget. Tonight, we're investigating the Redevelopment Commission and the recent perplexing transactions they made, and who is driving these pivotal decisions. For those who may not be acquainted with the Redevelopment Commission's role, here's a brief overview from their website. The Redevelopment Commission was established to address conditions associated with blight and the underutilization of land and/or barriers to development. The Commission operates within the city limits. They study areas of the city, identify problem areas, and develop a strategic plan for eliminating blight and bringing about new development within those areas. A primary focus is on the expansion of tax base and the creation of new jobs within South Bend. The Redevelopment Commission consists of 5 voting members, 3 appointed by the mayor and 2 by the South Bend Common Council. Additionally, there is a 6th non-voting member appointed by the mayor representing the South Bend Community School Board. The current redevelopment commissioners are Marcia Jones, President; Troy Warner, Vice President; Vivian Sally, Secretary; Eli Wax, Commissioner; Dave Relos, Commissioner; and Leslie Wesley, a non-voting advisor. Now that we are acquainted with the RDC and the function of the Redevelopment Commission, we can start looking into some of their recent transactions. Through its Redevelopment Commission, the City of South Bend is set to sell the former Claeys Candy building to businessman Kevin Smith for a mere $1,000, despite having established a minimum offering price of $382,000 that was based on 2 independent appraisals. This sale price of $1,000 represents less than 1/3 of 1% of the property's true market value, raising significant concerns about fiscal responsibility and transparency. Just a year ago, the city purchased the Claeys Candy property for $550,000, leading to questions about why taxpayers' money was spent so lavishly when the city is now effectively given away to businessman Kevin Smith. Reports indicate that Smith already intends to sell the Claeys property before he even has officially acquired it, prompting further inquiries into whether the city could have retained ownership and sold it directly to the same data center Kevin Smith plans to target. The decision appears to mark a staggering $549,000 loss to the taxpayers, highlighting a lack of well-defined plans for the property, as the city had already attempted to sell it for $168,000 less than their purchase price. This situation exposes a troubling pattern of the mismanagement by the City of South Bend and the Redevelopment Commission. Let's look at 2016, Brew Brewery entered into a significant agreement with the City of South Bend regarding the acquisition of the former Gates Service Center. Initially, the arrangement allowed Brew to purchase the property for just $1. Contingent upon their investment of a minimum of $455,828 in improvements, the agreement underwent 7 amendments throughout the years, with the Redevelopment Commission graciously extending the timeline to accommodate Brew's efforts to meet its commitments. However, despite these efforts, Brew ultimately did not fulfill their obligations under the contract. Interestingly, rather than reclaiming the property as stipulated, the Redevelopment Commission executed an agreement to compensate Brew with $98,000 for property Brew had originally purchased from the city for a mere $1. This decision raises important questions about governance and accountability in municipal transactions and highlights the fiscal waste involved in public-private partnerships. In our final transaction of the evening, we examined the recent acquisition of 5.16 acres of land at 3003 North Bendix Drive by the City of South Bend's Redevelopment Commission from South Bend Community School Corporation for $277,750. This transaction raises eyebrows, especially since it involves two local government entities serving the same community. The critical question arises, why was this parcel acquired for anything more than $1? While the Redevelopment Commission has successfully offloaded key properties near Four Winds Field for just $1 and $1,000, they chose to pay nearly $54,000 per acre for this undeveloped grassland. Despite concerns voiced by residents at public meetings, the commissioners have stated that they have no immediate plans for the site, promising only that the use will be determined at a later date. Let's listen to RDC Commissioner Dave Relos share that the RDC has no plans for this $277,750 purchase.
I guess I would just like to note, back to my original kind of opening comment, that we're voting on an acquisition. We don't know that anything will go onto this piece of property anytime soon. And it's not uncommon for redevelopment commissions to buy property and not know what eventually will go there. It's not uncommon at all.
In conclusion, it's essential to reflect on the few of the many recent wasteful expenditures by the RDC and consider their broader implications. Who truly benefits from this waste? Take a moment to assess the impact on your own finances. Are you noticing an increase in state, federal, local, or property taxes each year? Imagine the possibilities if our officials were to halt their reckless spending. What if they shifted their focus from fighting over funding to allowing us, the taxpayers, to retain more of our hard-earned money? Would we still face the reality of a $417 million budget coupled with a reckless development commission? It's time to take a stand and demand accountability for where our money is being spent. The power to enact change lies within each of us. Let's make our voices heard. Thank you. This is Don Foster from Redress South Bend.